High country cattlemen say the Federal Environment Minister should butt out of the debate about grazing in Victoria's national parks. Tony Burke is vowing to change the law if he has to overrule the state government and again ban cattle from the Alpine National Park. He set a deadline of tomorrow for cattlemen to remove their herds.
In a homestead in the Hauqua Valley, right under Mount Buller, some of Victoria's most passionate cattle men and women are talking round the table. One man has driven more than 4 hours to be here. The main topic of conversation is a politician named Tony Burke.
Tony Burke's, he's an alien species to this environment. He comes from Sydney and he's got very little understanding of this environment.
The Federal Environment Minister's announcement that he's prepared to change the law to end cattle grazing in the Alpine National Park has raised the blood pressure of these cattlemen. Tony Burke says the Victorian government's recent approval of a scientific trial, which allowed 400 cattle into the park, was a big step backwards.
This particular action may already be unlawful under national environmental law. There's still the principle that, quite simply, I believe what the Victorian government has done is wrong.
500 people turned up to hear the minister discuss why he's opposed to alpine grazing. The cattlemen say Tony Burke is just after greenie points.
If Tony Burke has his way, the impacts Australia-wide is going to be phenomenal. If they say that they're going to have the power of all national parks right throughout Australia, God help us. You know, not just Victoria, right throughout the whole of Australia. And you wonder where it's going to end.
The cattlemen say the most recent damage caused to the national park was by Tony Burke himself. They've released these photos of what they say are tracks created by Mr Burke's convoy in February. Tony Burke has responded by saying every car has an impact, and since the cattle went in, there has been a lot more traffic on the tracks. Kerry Ritchie, ABC News, Hauqua Valley.